Well, it's New Year's Day. I hope y'all survived. Mother and I survived because we stayed home. But I've always been kind of a little psychic. My grandmother, she really was. I told my mother and my sister was on the phone. I said, well, I just don't know, but I feel like there's going to be a shooting. Well, I heard this morning there was. And a young person got an altercation close to us, and so after I heard it, that it just makes you feel weird, but then you realize that's what I was feeling. When your feelings have been justified, or mine does. Yeah, I've always had that. When somebody died in our family or friends, my grandmother would say, I saw something black go over the window. And usually within about 3 hours or a day, at least that day, they'd call and say somebody passed away. I don't like it, but it's just part of me. And I pray for that person's family, So we've got to get our peas, which are partial peas and partial all kind of beans and stuff. But I'm going to put some olive oil. I'm going to put my Instapot. I'm going to cook them in the Instapot. I could have done them with hamburger or whatever, but I'm going to do them with this summer sausage and that bacon we fried yesterday. And so I'm going to put some olive oil in my Instapot on saute. You see, I just put some, not that much, not a lot. And I bought one of these fajita mix things for $1.99 yesterday at the store. Got to use it, so that's what we're going to do instead of peeling a new onion or peppers. We're just going to use this one. Use this because there's no sense in not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this kind of in this little tray. So I don't have to get it all out on I want everything easy nowadays, y'all know. I told y'all that. I want everything easy. So I'm just going to kind of chop these in this tray. So I don't have to mess up my little board or my big boards. I only got about 500 cutting boards. But I just don't want to mess them up. Because that means I have to wash them up. Till the cows come home, remember? Alright. I think that's thin enough. I think that's thin enough. I'm just going to dump those down in my Instapot. Just like that. We'll saute that a little bit, but while that's kind of there cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get my big old sausage out, or a piece of it. I don't have and I'm not going to, well, I could use it all, because I don't really need it. There's no sense in not using it. So I guess we'll use it. I'm going to cut that little smaller so that little Jean can use it, eat it, chew it, whatever. Okay, I put some of those in that pot. Put these in there. Leave a few of those. Let me stir that now. Y'all can see how that's cooking down there. Let's go ahead and put our bacon in there. All right. Let me get one of my strainers. I'm gonna rinse that bacon soda off of my beans. Give me just a second. So now I've got that it smells so good, y'all. Let's put some salt. Not a lot because I've already got salt with the but we need a pepper. Put some garlic in there. Put some garlic in there. Get that kind of stirred around. Now if I wanted to, I could put some lentils in with this. I like lentils, and they're good source of iron. They're low sodium. Let me see what my book, if it says anything about them. See, you can put a half a cup. I'm trying to think. Black, 2 more, 4. Put a cup. We can put a cup of them in there and just see what it does. So let's just pour about a cup of lentils in there. And then we'll put our beans right down in there. And that's got some split peas in it, and that's got a lot of different things. This is one of those beans, you remember when I usually only the half a pack. Get in there, darn you. Quit trying to jump out of the pan at me. Let me give a little more water, and then I think I'm going to put a can of this 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Let me get that. Let me get a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, and I'm just going to pour that down in it. Since I didn't have any chicken broth, I'm going to use that instead. And let's get that. Let me get my lid. And we'll put that on beans and chili. Let me see here. Beans and chili. So let me get my lid up. And I'm going to turn that, cancel that. Beans and chili. Take off, keep warm. And now, this will just go for 25 minutes, it says. Let me make sure that's what I need to be doing. I think it's 22 minutes, but I don't think the 25 will be too bad. So we'll just let this cook, and then we'll do our whatever else we're going to do after a while. Well, we got the beans, or peas, and other things cooked. Now, let's look here. See how that sausage and all that, with that 1 can of tomato sauce, gives them that reddish color, but the flavor is extraordinary with all the bell pepper. So now we can move our Instapot out of the way. And I can set that right here. And move it out on into the pantry. Then we can continue on down the road with our New Year's Day. Quick. Now that'll be some good, even though I've got beans and peas and everything mixed with that from that, whatever that 12 bean, 13 bean, whatever, that I soaked overnight. It's got the big hunks of sausage in it. It's got everything imaginable in that. And it's going to be so good, so good, that plug my coffee pot back in. Alright. Now then, let me get a little. I'm just going to hurry up and do this. I think I'll do the German potato pancakes, is what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've got my hash brown potatoes, which is, I don't have to, I've told y'all before, I don't have to peel and grate up and all that, so that's what we're using. Anything that's easier, I'm going to do it anymore. I'm not going to. Got great value frozen onions, about that much in a bag. I'm going to put them in the potatoes. Just easy. Let me get an egg. Let's see. I've got 1 egg here I can use. Now that night, that's a pound. It says a pound of potatoes is what. So let me get that 1 egg. And now let me get about 3 tablespoons of flour. Okay. About 3 tablespoons of flour. There's 1. I just kind of heap them up. 2, 3. 3 tablespoons of flour. have some salt in there. You gotta have some salt and pepper. And in these, I put a little nutmeg. And just a teeny tiny bit of cardamom. Now, when I say nutmeg, I'm talking about the tiniest amount. Just a little on that. Same amount of cardamom. That's about a half teaspoon. Just gives it a little different flavor, and I like that. If you don't like it, that's fine too. That's when we start saying, a lot of people say, oh, I just don't think I can stand that. I just don't think I like that. Well, then don't put it in yours. Well, that's the way I feel about it. I'm just going to mix this around. Get that egg mixed in. Kind of coat that. Kind of dries up that potato. I want to get that egg mixed all the way through it. You can check your flour to see if you... I'm going to let that sit there a minute while I get my pan just wiped up. Okay. Now then, let's get us just a big carote. I could do it in the black skillet, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do it right here in this. Turn my fire on. And get that done just like that there. Alright, now I'm going to put some olive oil in my pan. Make it kind of generous, not get that rolling, get that up and get it hot. Okay, I'll turn that grease down to about 4. In my experience, I just used 2 big spoons instead of what I was using, because it's easy to slide one, on and one off. So I just take it and I mash it. Okay. Take it and I just mash it. Mash that down. Now you can call these latkes, you can call them potato pancakes. Little kind of together there. I want to put some kind of glue them together. Let's kind of section that out. We're going to try to. I hope I don't lose none of my little sprigs off of there. I'm just going to let those sit there and kind of separate them. That starch should cook down out into those, and you kind of section them up. Keep pulling those into you. They'll get to where you can flip them. And by that time, you're okay then. I've had them where they just fell apart and I just had to stir fry them. Sometimes I'll turn my pan just to get that out of the way. Kind of get grease up under each one, because you don't want to flood it with grease. If you do, it'll be all over the place. You won't be able to handle it. Let's do that. Okay. So now, if you want to, just flip them onto the other side so they can start cooking. And you can take one spoon and pull that in, get them over like that. And just this one. You know, that was gonna act ugly. We'll get it. Don't get them just right, they will. Okay. Pull that in there. Get those pulled together with you. Remember I told you I use these for everything. When I see them at a garage sale or Goodwill, I always buy them these old icing deals. And use them to do so much, turn so much, do this, do that. Okay, well, let these fry for a little while and I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna make grandmother's cornbread out of this old 1930s Better Homes and Garden cookbook. I'm gonna do this cornbread here. That's just a 3/4 cup of cornmeal, 3/4 cup of flour. So, what I'm gonna do is do a half. Let me see. Now I've got the big pan, so I better do a let's do a 3/4 and 3/4. We'll try that. 3/4 cornmeal. 3/4 flour. Alright, take our pancakes, our potato cakes. Okay, my potato cakes started burning, and I thought I've got to get those out of that pan. If I don't, we won't have no potato cakes. So there's our potato cakes. One or two of them got pretty brown. It won't be so bad. Let me just keep that on low right there. Let me go ahead and get this mixed up. And let me see what I'm doing here. It takes me a minute. All right. Let's get us a 1.5 teaspoon. Where is my baking? Baking powder. I know you're up here somewhere. There you are. Oh, I'll be glad to get this kitchen finished and I won't have to look for y'all. You can't hide from me. You just cannot hide from me. There's a teaspoon. I use that Geffen and the one that's the aluminum free, 1.5. 1.5. No. All right. Now, 3/4 cup of milk. 1 egg. I'm going to get the egg. Let me get 3/4 cup of milk. 1 egg. I'm going to put this milk in this little red glass, one of these plastic glasses, so I can see. Okay. Now let me add my egg to this. I didn't want to make a big old bunch of cornbread because Mother and I do not need that. So, you put about 3/4 cup. That's about 3/4 right there. We get this spoon. Go ahead and mix this around and see what we get. Looks kind of wet. It may be. So then what happens to that? Add a little more cornmeal. Add a little more cornmeal. About 1/4 more cornmeal. Let's see if that tightens it up in it. No, tighten it up some. Didn't tighten it up all the way though. Don't want it too dry, so I may add a little more of that. This is the way you cook. You just have, let me go ahead and add the rest of that milk just because I don't want that glass sitting around. Well, I hope y'all are having a good New Year's Day. Mother and I are just where we always are, right here. Now that's pulling that together, see. That'll be just perfectly fine there. And then I'm going to get one of my, this baby. I'm going to get this little one of my cake, round cake pans. I'll add a little bit of oil to this, a little oil. You can put melted butter, oil, or whatever. Get that mixed in real good. Look that corn will swell. That corn will kind of swell up. I could fry that in this if I wanted to, but I don't feel like messing with that. I think that's too much fry. So I'm just going to put some olive oil in my little cake pan, one of my little round pans, and I'm just going to just kind of grease it. I want a little pour this out. And sometimes I'll use leftover cornbread if I don't feel like making it. But a lot of times I just think it's best just to do it in your little pan. Then you can just take it and make another pan if you had to. Just whip it up real quick. If you don't have time to do all that, then make a big pan. Let's just shake that down and get some of this cleaned up. So we'll stick that in our oven. I'm going to do it for 400. Let's see what it tells on here. Yeah, 400 for about 20 minutes. That's exactly what I was thinking. So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll be back. You know, something you can't do without at the southern table is for the onion. So I just peel this onion and I'm just going to try to make ringlets out of it. Because mother loves her onion with a red bean, and who don't? Now Billy Jean used to, but as you know, he can't any longer because of the issue of chewing them. So we've got our beans done, got the potatoes done, and we're waiting on the cornbread, and then y'all can eat. We can all eat. Lord, I can't forget the tea. I use this Red Diamond tea in this part of the world. I'm going to put three of my family size tea bags in there. I'm going to get it up to a boil on my pan there and get that iced tea fixed. Can't do without iced tea, you just cannot. Okay, got that tea up a boil in there. Let me pop that down in there. You don't want it to boil over. There we go. Get those little pellets off of there. Don't puncture your bags or you'll regret it. Now let me look for my picture and I'll be right back. Okay, I poured that up. Now this decided to make a small pitcher of tea so that we don't let me just get one of these. Get some ice. Okay, I got the ice. Now I'm going to use some of this Nelly and Joe's QS lemon juice. I'm just going to put a pack of this fresh squeezed lemon in there. I'm going to pour some good iced tea. That's some good iced tea. Right there. One sweet bowl. Mother likes a sweet bowl. So she's 94.3. She wants to use sweet and low as her prerogative. That is her prerogative. You stir that just a little bit. And there's our, let me get her a straw. We'll get our little aqua straw for New Year's. Then I'll help her plate, fix her plate. I'll just use the blue Danube. Just use the blue Danube. Okay, so we've got, let's put her plate here. I'm just going to get her probably two slices of onion. And then I took the cornbread out. So let me, I don't know how hot that burner is. Let me get that on out of the deal here. Let's see. The cornbread. That should come out pretty good. Let's see, I got it out. Now that splits because of the convection oven, I'm pretty sure. Because it's cooking it so fast. Because it don't do it when I do it in the regular oven, you know. Cut our cornbread. Cut our cornbread. This may come out and it may not. I usually use my regular cornbread pan, but I didn't want to make that much today. So once you get your pan seasoned for cornbread, they seem to do better. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, I got a piece of cornbread out for her. Now I'm gonna get my butter and just cut. Oh gosh, get my butter on there. I forgot to put salt in the cornbread, y'all. You didn't tell me. But see, I'm so used to not having salt anymore. Then I realized I forgot it. That's okay, this butter will salt it up. See how good that butter and cornbread is? Yeah. That's what we like. We like all that goodness. Oh. Now then, let's get one of the vodkas. Potato cakes. Just get one of these. Let's see, she probably won't eat that. That looks so good. Oh, Lord. Let me see, I might cut half of one of these in two because she won't eat a whole bunch of that. So there's one of the little pancakes. And let me get her a bowl of beans. Get her a bowl of hot beans. Peas. Hot peas and beans. That's two different things there. Okay, that's our New Year's dinner. Lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. See that butter just sliding off. Got our potato pancakes, our beans, peas, and cornbread and onion. And then, of course, a glass of sweet tea. Nothing can be any better or finer. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. Wish you was here to eat with us. We really do. Bye-bye.